Welcome back to another episode of the Just Because Podcast Live, where we talk about topics just because. Turn your volume off.
We're in the chat in case you
Max
want
getting
to
reps
send
in?
anything in the chat.
That's B. I'm Merp. That's Cheeto. Together, we're the cousins. We're going to hop right into it. We've got new episodes every other Wednesday. Links are going to be in the description. B Max live in the chat, and we want to see some action. So get in the chat and drop some heat because we want to see what you got going on. World Baseball Classic Talk Shop. Let's get into it. The U.S. is in chaos right now, and we have to talk about how the USA absolutely needs a miracle tonight, and how the heck did they get into that position?
So they need Mexico to lose, I believe, right?
They need
It's such a weird situation
And it's
because
like
they need
run-
them to lose by a certain amount of runs.
it's 4 or under. If it's 4 or under, then they go. If not, then
If
they
they
don't.
lose by 4 or
I think
under,
if they
I think if they win, it has to be by
give up a lot of runs, that's bad. I believe-
Mexico or
yeah,
Italy.
I think it's by the tiebreakers runs allowed. So if you give up a lot of runs,
They need Italy to win though, because they've already beat Mexico, I think.
they can, here I can
But
look
if,
it up.
if
But they,
Mexico wins, I think then it's like a run differential thing because
Yes.
yeah, it's a tiebreaker.
It's a
Here I
tiebreaker.
can find exactly what it is. Keep going.
There's literally a graph that shows it.
But
So
when you're the coach, how do you not know what the format is?
yeah, we got to talk about that. So I guess let me start with that, and then we can kind of go from there because it goes absolutely crazy. Let's see.
So for backstory, the coach of the USA baseball team basically says, yeah, I mean, we got it in the bag, the quarterfinals in the bag. I mean, we're still going to try to win this game.
So
Well,
here's how USA advances to the quarterfinals. Option 1, Italy beats Mexico. Italy 4-0 wins the pool. USA is runner up. So the top 2 go.
Oh, okay.
Option 2, Mexico beats Italy. All 3 teams finish 3-1. USA advances if Mexico wins by a high scoring margin. So that's where that scores 5+ runs in a 9-inning game. So if they score 5, then
And win.
yeah,
Huh.
If Italy
Mexico-
scores,
Mexico beats Italy. All 3 teams finish 3-1. So then that's when the tiebreaker comes.
okay.
USA advances if Mexico wins by a high scoring margin. So 5 runs. If they score 5, then the
Okay, so that's probably not gonna happen.
How do you even?
I don't know.
How what do you do if you're Mexico? Try to win, but
Try-
not give up, like not score too many either,
I don't know. That's such a weird position to be in.
because you could win and still not make it through.
Let's watch this.
Ton of respect for Italy. It's weird. We want to win. We want to win this game, even though our tickets punched to the quarterfinals, because Mexico plays Italy actually tomorrow. So the way the schedule lines up, this is an important game for us. Nolan McLean will start. He's on the bump and he's good to go. He's an absolute beast, and I expect him to throw the heck out of him. Ton of respect.
That's crazy.
Who does he coach for?
He's a talk show host.
He doesn't coach.
He used to play baseball. I mean, he used to play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So you got to tip your cap there.
Well, yeah, you got to tip your cap, but anyway, he's not a
So-
coach.
So
is
are
what you're
you
saying.
USA hockey head coach, 2-time Stanley Cup winner?
Yeah. I saw this. Go ahead.
USA basketball head coach, 4-time finals champ. Our USA soccer head coach, Champions League runner up. That's pretty dang good. And then our baseball manager, the guy you just saw, he's a talk show host.
Hold on, but he played in the MLB.
He did for a long time.
Yeah, I think he's kind of a
But-
legend, but
But
You gotta
the
know the
game
terms.
has evolved, and you
Yeah.
also have to know the rules when you're coaching.
so my question is maybe he said he misspoke, but like, did they actually not try to win the game? Because I was listening to another video and the guy was like, misspeaking during the press conference is one thing, but it actually looks like he played people to not win the game. Like
Oh,
he
yeah.
he actually thought like they didn't need to win. Like
Well,
he-
they played a situation to where Clayton Kershaw was warming up, and then they put somebody else in.
yeah,
It was like they realized halfway through that they needed to win the game because they hadn't.
Do you think Bryce Harper's good? I don't think he played until the end.
no, he's in like 200, but I mean,
Okay.
He has
it's
not been playing very well.
Small sample size, but I think the fact that you're losing to Italy, they call them the Martini Boys, Espresso Martini Boys.
I mean, they make pizza.
But like, did you know they had a baseball team?
They're the only 3-0 team in the pool right now.
How can that
Italy's
be
3-0,
possible?
USA 3-1,
Italy.
Mexico 2-1, Great Britain 1-3, and Brazil 0-4.
My question is does Iran have a baseball team?
I think
They wouldn't be allowed to play. But
And
I don't
if-
know if you saw this.
And if they did, we would hit bombs on them.
Speaking of Iran, Iran's women's soccer team was in Australia.
Oh, they got trapped or something?
They didn't get trapped, but they were saying good on America for doing that.
They held them there or something,
and
right?
then they held them there, yeah, because for their protection, because
they could be killed, right?
Because they could be killed in their home country. But anyway,
shout out America.
So what happened was Team USA lost to Italy on Tuesday night, 8-6. And now the entire quarterfinal rests in the hands of Italy and Mexico, which is tonight.
Soon.
It's going to be going on right now,
Might
actually.
have to pull it
sure. If Italy wins, USA advances to Pool B runner-up. And then if Mexico wins in a blowout, USA could get bounced on a run differential. Italy held down the entire USA lineup through 5 innings. And then Jack Caglione, you ever heard of that name before?
Jackie.
For Italy?
Jack Caglione.
Oh.
Florida Gators alum.
Italy's up 3-0 right now in the 5th.
Oh, geez.
Mexico might be in trouble.
In the 5th? Well, no, that's good for the U.S.
I know. Mexico's in trouble.
So Jack Caglione launched multiple homers. So we have that. Made it 5-4 in the 4th. And after that, they tacked on a couple of runs.
Aside from the U.S. coach not knowing the rules, is there anything more electric than these guys putting on for their countries? You got to play the clip of Rosarena and what's his name behind the dish. He didn't.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, what's his name? What's the catcher's name? Can you look it up real quick?
Big Dumper. It's Big Dumper.
But
Are you gonna play that clip or no?
I don't have it. I can play it, but you'll have to keep talking to fill the air. But I can play it if you want to. But I thought the coolest part was
Bobby.
Bobby Witt was pretty cool too, making those plays. Who's the Paul Skeens? Warming up to the Top Gun.
That's pretty electric.
That was absolutely sick. I just got chills right now.
That's America right there.
That's America right there.
He's so good, dude. He's like 6'8", chucking heaters.
Cal Raleigh, that was the catcher.
That's him.
Yeah.
So they're teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
During the MLB season, but they chose not to shake hands.
What do you think about that?
No, he came up to the plate and he was just like, I think he told him to F off, right?
Yeah, they were talking smack. What do you think about that? Like your teammate. Like you're about to go on the team with them after.
He addressed it. Did you hear what he said? He was like,
yeah, he said, I can't believe this is the story. Like we're just competing and I'm.
Yeah. And I think they're so buddies, but
I think that's why everybody likes hockey. Everybody likes hockey because think about USA Canada. They were legitimately fighting, like physically fighting.
I love
it. We're blowing this up. We're making this a big deal.
No,
in my opinion, that's a nothing burger. I love it for competitive sports. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Look, you think about the NBA, like everybody's like best friends, and it's like, hey, bro, like, we just playing against each other, but like it's all love. But people love when it's like, no, you're not my friend.
That's why everybody loved Kobe.
I want to beat you.
Yeah,
so
that's why everybody loved Kobe. What do you think, B? Are you for it or against it?
I think in the arena of competition, there like you can't be buddies with somebody that you're going against. I mean, that's just not the eye of the tiger. You don't have the dog in you. I feel like if you do that, it doesn't mean you can't be cordial and respectful, but like you don't have to dab people up that you're going against.
You have to say F off.
Well, yeah, but Cal Riley addressed it though. He's like, I mean,
that's allegedly. We don't know if he actually said that, but
what?
If he actually said F off.
Oh, no, but he did address it and said, no, like we're cool, but like at the same time, like
we're competing.
We're very like we're both excited to represent our countries and like it's go time. We want to win. So
we're competing.
Yep.
So but I thought there were multiple really cool moments. Couple of highlights wanted to show you guys and get our reactions to.
Bobby Witt,
absolutely on Border Patrol.
They said, I think, what did they say? Trump put him on the ice, put him on ice team.
Something, yeah.
It's hilarious.
Let me see if this is Bobby.
Yeah, so we made 2 insane plays in the hole.
Here it is.
I mean, these are insane. Oh, we're gonna show Manny Machado's too.
It's hard to fathom because a half second late, 1 second he's on his chest, and then like 0.1 second later he's on his feet throwing. It's unbelievable.
Then he cracks one, diving stop it short by Witt across the diamond. Wow. That was impossible.
So that guy that was running is a little butterball. Otherwise, he's probably safe.
But this is an unbelievable
Alejandro Kirk.
I mean, he smoked it. It's not like it was a 3-hopper.
He hit it too hard.
But the guy's built like a Texas Roadhouse.
Here's the second one. This guy
another
is
diving stop by Bobby Witt as he done it again. You bet he has. Bobby He
So
went
whose play is better,
dazzling for
his or
USA.
Machado? I think that Machado play is one of the best plays I've ever seen.
I think Machado's is
dude, that's
harder.
unbelievable. This is still insane.
At
me sh-
least
let
you're
me
not
sh-
fearing for your life when you're diving for a ball in the hole at shortstop. The third base is like
Third base is crazy,
questionable.
but I think they're two different plays. If I'm being honest, I think one is absolute finesse. I think Manny Machado's is absolute finesse and very skillful. But I think
Not as
far
athletic.
not as athletic, not as difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult to make it look that easy.
It's Bobby Witt's is
But-
more athletic
Show
of
it,
a
show it.
play, but Manny Machado, the arm strength that requires. He wasn't necessarily super athletic in getting the ball, but to be able to make that throw,
but reaction time though. Like
reaction time.
I think doesn't that kind of level it up a little bit?
but like
Watch
Ground
it,
ball,
here it is.
Machado, backhand.
Okay,
You
no.
make that play
Is
look
that it?
as
I thought it was even
easy.
better.
I think there's another
There's
one.
another one.
Just keep
Ground ball, Machado, backhand. You
Yeah,
make
still is
that play look
There's a
as
better
easy.
The arm strength, and then
as
the
that.
next one's on there. It's crazy.
it's a
He
rocket
doesn't-
launcher.
Here's the next one.
Machado.
That's
back.
that one's
He's out of
crazy.
bounds.
He's out of his mind.
That one's crazy. And the arm strength to get there. But you see what I'm saying, though? Like, he's upright. It's hard to
Ground
contort your
ball,
body and
Machado,
make that throw.
backhand. You make that play look as
I'm gonna
easy
go and say that's
as
harder play.
that.
The reason I say that is because the ball's out when he catches the ball and the ball's out.
The transfer's
is
crazy.
insane.
Look at this.
Machado.
Dude, what the heck?
Like you don't even have time to gather your thoughts about you almost
Like Bobby Witt's is like, holy crap, that dude's athletic. What an athletic play. This is like that's like insane. Like I can't even fathom how he just did that.
Yeah.
Because you're falling away. For people that haven't played baseball before, the throw from third, deep third, is longer than the throw at shortstop, right? And
Yes.
it's like
and he was out of
way
bounds.
far.
And he was out of bounds. So, like, the angle is pretty much impossible, especially going the opposite way and pretty much underhand throwing it the up.
Yeah, to have the speed to get it there and get it on target.
Right.
That's unbelievable.
Very difficult throw.
He's been
but-
doing that for a while, though.
We're going to move on, but I did want to touch on this. A lot of players in this World Baseball Classic are missing it due to insurance. And I don't know if you guys have done any sort of research on this, but for the 2026 World Baseball Classic, insurance started denying coverage for players because of 2023 injuries that caused huge losses for insurance bought by World Baseball Classic.
Was that the Edwin, like the pitcher that got hurt during the WPC or whatever?
There's several of them.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yep. So the MLB makes the World Baseball Classic insure every player for the amount of their contract, and there's coverage for 2 to 4 years based upon if they're a pitcher or position player. And so essentially what happened is a couple years ago, 2023, some big time players got hurt, and I don't know if they did have insurance. So the MLB had to pay out their entire contracts, which put a dent into their profits,
billions
and they're
of
not happy
dollars.
about. So what they did is they started buying insurance, and now the insurance companies are starting to say, "Hey, buddy, you can't play because players like Mike Trout, Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, Francisco Lindor have age, they have previous injuries, and something else, or their contract is too big." It literally says
So
if
the
they're
payout would be a lot.
if they have a recent injury, if they're older, or if their contract is too big, they can't play.
That's crazy.
So basically,
stupid.
they just evaluate, even if you're not hurt, right? They just evaluate you, your past history, your injuries, how old you are, your salary, and they're like, "Well, you're not going to play because if you get hurt, you're not going to get paid."
Wait, so they could play, but they just wouldn't be insured if they got hurt. So they technically could still play, but nobody's going to play. If they
No
don't
one's
have-
gonna do that. Yeah, because it's like
You're
if
risking
you
everything.
if you get hurt, then
you're
you don't
screwed.
get paid. Is essentially how that would go.
I forgot about Mike Trout not being on Team USA.
Yeah. So
Yeah, insurance is a scam, basically.
I understand it because you would rather pay the little payment than the big one. So I totally get it as far as protection. In for the players, they want to get paid, so they don't want to. Because like if somebody were to say, "Hey, I don't care what the insurance company says, I don't care what the MLB says. If I get hurt, so what?"
Yeah.
But what that means is that they don't get paid at all. They don't get their contract paid. So essentially, that it would ruin their season.
Yeah, it's just
It
unfortunate.
would ruin their season, but they also wouldn't get paid.
Isn't that crazy though? That's your job, and you're getting dictated by people like in business,
Sitting in a board,
to tell you in a conference room you can't play because I evaluated your left kneecap. And so now
or your
you can't do your
contract is
job.
too big.
You're making too much money.
You're too good, so we can't insure you.
But that's why Shohei Ohtani, I don't know if you guys noticed, is not hitting, or no, he's not pitching.
Oh, so he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah,
Oh, that's probably smart.
he's not pitching.
Yeah, I mean, he's making like $100 billion for the Dodgers. So
How much is his assistant making? His translator.
Ooh, is that guy still? Is that guy in jail?
You're gonna get us
don't-
canceled.
Didn't he just
I don't
rat his
know.
own translator out? Like, yeah, this guy was robbing money. Take
Gonna
it,
get
take
us-
him away.
You know you're so rich when you don't even notice money coming out of your bank account. Like,
Yeah, that is insane.
You're gonna get us canceled, B. So tonight, obviously, Italy versus Mexico. It sounds like Italy's up 3-1 in the fifth, probably the 3-0 in the sixth. And then there's also Canada and Cuba, and Dominican Republic versus Venezuela tonight. So tune into those. Put your predictions of who you think is going to win down below. And if you think the USA is going to make it out of this alive and continue to stay into the World Baseball Classic, because Lord knows we want to see them in there.
Oh, it's 5-0 Italy now.
5-0 Italy. So that's good.
So more than likely, the USA should be fine.
It's what inning?
The sixth, the bottom five. But the fact that the coach didn't know the rules is so concerning.
That's very concerning.
It's like, how serious are they taking it? Oh, and we talked about this before. We didn't talk about this on air, but the coach said, yeah, the boys went out last night and had some brews, and they're moving a little slow this morning. The day of the game.
No, so he said that the day of the game, but I mean, if you look at it, they were having a couple cocktails in the locker room 24 hours before. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, that's not that big of a deal.
was that beneficial for gameplay or negatively impactful?
Some would say some of the best players I've ever played with got absolutely blitz bombed the night before. Most of them were pitchers.
In the MLB?
No, they're not in the MLB.
College is different
No,
than the
having
MLB.
a couple cocktails is probably not what they did. It sounds like they celebrated all night and then got up the next morning and had to go play Italy, who they probably didn't know how to baseball team, and then they got beat.
Yeah, but I bet half of them weren't even playing because the coach is like, we're already in. We're already in.
That's
Just sit.
unbelievable. Who
Introduction to Jack Caglione. Absolute hitting. Yes,
dropped-
right.
I haven't seen the clips of that. Is there
Jack Caglione.
Yeah, he usually hits like 500-foot bombs.
That's because he plays for Italy.
Italy.
Tua Tagovailoa to the Falcons. Who cares?
Not me.
Not me.
I feel bad for the Falcons. They got terrible Tua. They got Kirky.
What about Bijan?
Bijan. No, they just have.
Butter.
Don't they have 3 bad quarterbacks?
Well, they had Michael Penix, but I think he's gone.
Phoenix. I mean,
He went somewhere else.
So how would that make you feel if somebody was willing to pay $100 million for you not to play?
I'd give them my account number and my routing number and say, perfect.
I'd give him my social security number.
Yep. I gave him all my info and said, I'm ready when you are.
Right, but you're a competitor.
But you don't have to.
You have a pride.
No, it's like if somebody doesn't want me, then I'll go somewhere else and play, and I'll make my millions either way. And I think the funny thing is the Dolphins got who'd they get for him? I think
It's,
Malik Willis or something.
Yeah, I have it here. Yeah.
Some guy on the internet is like a Dolphins fan. He's for Barstool, and he was freaking out because he basically got like the same kind of quarterback, like has an insane amount of interceptions and is just not very.
It's just crazy how much money's floating around the NFL. So somebody paid $100 million for him not to play, and then paid $67 million over 3 years for Malik Willis. That's crazy.
I just feel like there's just too much money floating around. Like, who needs $100 million?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, it's just crazy.
Hold on. We gotta. I don't know if Mike Turney's watching the pod right now, but we gotta throw this up on the screen, Merb.
How do I throw that up there?
I don't know. That's
Text it to me.
hilarious.
What is it?
It says breaking news: Atlanta Falcons are introducing a new revolutionary helmet designed for Tua Tagovailoa. Oh my gosh!
He
That
literally
is
looks at
awesome.
that like that dude from Batman.
Dude, Tua's gotten crunched more times than probably
Yeah.
worth playing at this point.
If I was getting $100 million, I
Would
would
you-
probably just
if you,
take it and go.
if you were on the worst team getting paid $100 million to basically ruin your physical life, would you do it?
No.
Like because he like gets brain trauma
Well, I would
every
do
time he
it-
goes out there.
Literally. I
Literally.
would do it for a period of
You
time.
can't do that.
And then once I turn into a vegetable one time, then I'm like, I mean,
Take your
All right,
take
give it-
my
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the money. Give it all to my kids. I'm gonna go sit in my house and drink beer or Dr. Pepper if you're Sammy P.
I mean, it's tough because you're a competitor, but like that stuff is dangerous. Like
No, it is dangerous for sure, and
You-
it's when
you're getting slammed into the
long-lasting.
ground.
other trades around the league. Max Crosby to the Ravens, or not?
Psych.
What the
That's-
heck?
I don't know. They literally finalized the deal, right?
They finalized the deal. The Ravens posted it on their Instagram, say this is done deal. We have Max Crosby.
Dang.
I
So when you
al-
post something on your Instagram, it's like this is real, Like,
Yeah, you're putting it in the public. I mean, how many followers do they have?
millions.
I also saw that allegedly Max Crosby was celebrating that he like because it was a big deal. Like he got
Yeah.
traded and they're not very good, the team that he was on. So he got traded. So he's like celebrating.
Oh no.
And then can you imagine going? You get news, you're going back to the team that's in the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, for those who don't know who Max Crosby is, he's
He-
an
you
edge
can't go-
rusher
You can't go back, right?
to the Raiders.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he will. He will.
Yeah.
they'll
Yeah.
take him back.
He's contractually obligated.
So
to.
actually, I think what happened is there was another evaluation on his body. That's what I heard. That's why
I also heard that.
What did they do a nut test or something?
They
Or
did
what's
a
the deal?
test.
I also heard that only happens when you fail a drug test,
well here.
Really? I
and
mean,
that's allegedly, obviously.
I hate to
but-
say it, but if there's one guy that looks like he does drugs, probably Max Crosby.
He said he's sober.
Really?
That's why he was celebrating.
I don't know if I believe that, but yeah,
Do you-
that's tough.
We'll keep rolling. Let me know when you have that pulled up, B.
Yeah,
Trent McDuffie
I-
to the Rams.
I got it right here. Baltimore Ravens backed out. Agreed upon trade for Las Vegas Raiders defensive end Max Crosby due to a failed medical evaluation,
Okay.
whatever that means.
So it could be drug test, could be something else.
Drug test, maybe had a hemorrhoid. Who knows?
Trent McDuffie to the Rams. Chiefs traded him, and he immediately signed for $31 million a year. Highest paid cornerback in NFL history.
It's tough.
DJ Moore to the Bills. Josh Allen
That'll be good.
legitimately has a number one receiver to replace Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, they need
got-
somebody to surround him with.
He got a new coach, so
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What's the story on that?
everybody was surprised that he got fired.
Yeah.
Who's the new coach? I don't even know who it is.
I don't know. I can find
They
it.
just
but
hire some nobody to
Well,
become the new coach.
That's the problem. It's like you get rid of the coach that's got you there. You're gonna go hire another coach that got fired from a bad team to
that
come to your
doesn't make
team.
any sense.
Doesn't make any
dude.
sense.
And then-
Stephon Diggs is cut by the Patriots. What's that about? Anybody got anything?
I actually looked it up and they said that I think with these big names you got to pay him a lot, so they opened up a lot of cap space by letting him go. But to me, it doesn't make sense because you're at a Super Bowl and you lose a Super Bowl, but I mean
You still made it there. I mean, that's a massive accomplishment. What do you got?
It says cap space. It says
space, that's it?
they're saving roughly $16.8 million in salary cap. So when you think about that, what you do is you try to get like young prospects that have to do the rookie contracts out of college their first 4 years. Like if they do really good, it's a low salary. So you can
Right.
get 3 for 1 basically.
Right.
That's the mindset behind that.
so there's a win now mindset and then there's a play
Well,
the long game mindset.
with the
mindset.
salary cap, you can't just spend a bunch of money. So ideally you would get a young player who has literally they won't let him make a bunch of money because their rookie
Yeah.
contract it's
Right.
like so low.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like a 3 for 1 or a 4 for 1 or whatever the evaluation is.
So the Chiefs cleared McDuffie, got 2 first-round picks, and still have Mahomes.
Travis Kelsey's coming back too.
Travis Kelsey's coming back. Are they going to win it all? What do you guys think?
I think
Grandpa
that-
Kelsey.
I think the dynasty might be over.
How come Kelsey can't catch the ball?
Well, that's what I was
mean,
wondering
I think he's
too.
preoccupied with
Merp?
some.
Merp, sometimes you drop the ball. I mean, how do you drop a football when it's thrown right to you?
I don't know. It's really hard, especially when you hit it in the chest.
Especially with his neon shirt. He's white.
Yeah. That was only one
That's the
game.
best thing to wear though. I always know where you
wear-
are.
It is because when you're especially when you're scrambling, it's like
Yes.
I can't remember who's on my team.
There's 15
You
black
got
shirts.
Allen coming at you. Is Allen on my team? Is Murph? There's
So
Murph.
for context, we play pickup flag football, and there's no jerseys. Nobody's wearing a jersey. It's just you got to know who's on your team if you're the quarterback, and there's no 3 Mississippi blitz or whatever.
No.
So you just you're fighting for your life. Sammy
Murph
P,
bum rushed me last time and split my lip open. That's how intense it gets. Because I was cooking Jonah Skaggs, who was a former member of this podcast.
Yeah.
Murph switched on to me. I don't think you were there, B. Murph
Nope.
switched on to me and just bull rushed me.
So who's So who won? Who won this NFL offseason so far? We've got the Ravens, Chiefs, Bills, Falcons.
I think it's too early, personally.
Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely not the Ravens. They were hyped
yeah.
about that, but
Well, they just got a new coach
Yeah,
too that
so the
nobody
Steelers-
knows. Oh, wait, who's their coach?
Huh?
Who's the Ravens new
McCar-
coach?
Oh, I don't know. It's some young
Some
I
person
think it's
we
the
don't
guy from
know.
the Chargers. I think it's some
Oh,
defensive coordinator from the
no.
Chargers that was at Michigan. Let me check.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, all the switching of the coaches is kind of weird. And then you got McCarthy, who was on a bad Dallas team, going to the Steelers, who made the playoffs when the Cowboys didn't. How does
Jess-
that make any sense?
Jesse Minter is the Los Angeles Chargers defensive coordinator. I believe he's also at Michigan with Harbaugh.
The
Isn't
only
that just weird?
that name sounds familiar.
It's just
Get Minter
weird.
up and moving around. You know that video?
No.
It's when they call to the bullpen. They like get the bullpen number and he goes, "Get Minter up and moving around."
oh yeah.
Pretty sure that guy's name is Jesse Minter.
Are you talking about when they randomly
Yeah.
call it to the bullpen?
He's like, "What?
That's a
Get Minter
great-
up and moving around."
That's a
Who?
great video.
They try to call back.
He's like, "Minter," and then they're like, then he runs down.
Yeah, dude.
That's a real video. That's hilarious.
UFC White House. The card dropped and there's already beef. The card came out and there's already a massive controversy because the fight everyone wanted to see isn't on it. What are we going to do about it?
Okay, I don't think the card looks that bad though. I mean, Tapiria and Gaethje will be great, obviously. Pereira and Gain is sick. Sorrel Gain is like looks like Bane from he literally looks like Bane from Batman. He literally looks like a superhuman. Yeah, full screen that thing. O'Malley versus Zimbabwe. I don't know who that guy is.
Zahabi.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like watching Michael Chandler fight. He's kind of a psycho.
Yeah.
People wanted McGregor, right?
Well,
Obviously.
I think that's why everyone's upset is
Who
because
the heck is
it's just
Ruffy?
the expectation. When you set an expectation, and this is probably Dana White's fault, when you set an expectation of we're going to get McGregor and Bones Jones on the White House card, or at least one of them, people are freaking out about that. They
Yeah.
love those people. To me, this is not a bad card with the current roster. But
Right.
when you set the bar that high with literal legends of your sport,
Yeah.
no one's going to be happy.
It sounds
I-
like they couldn't come to an agreement with John Jones, is what I
They
heard.
never can because they can't afford.
Because he
to
wants
pay
like
him.
millions of
Yeah, 'cause
dollars.
he's-
Because he doesn't need it.
And probably what happened is I think Paramount Plus might have had something to do with it. I don't have any evidence to prove that, but what I'm guessing is Dana White was kind of shown what happens when you get $700 million to get your product put on Paramount Plus's platform.
You mean they told him what to do?
They told him what to do.
That's tough. Yeah, who the heck is
And there,
Ruffy?
and it's not even that. And maybe they didn't even tell him what to do. It's just, hey, you can't do this.
Yeah, you got contractual agreements that you have to honor.
Yeah,
But-
and like BMAC brought up, you have to be careful who you bring on because they're unfiltered. And Paramount Plus is very kid friendly.
Yeah, you can't have Sean Strickland on the White House card. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe he's. Like,
I know exactly what you're saying.
How is he able to have like a press conference? Like, how
Well,
do they even let him do that?
Usually it's pay-per-view, and if it's
Oh.
pay-per-view, you can say whatever you want. That's the whole point.
So,
Yep.
like, are those clips of Sean Strickland talking? Are those on Paramount? Or are those like not? They're not filming it on Paramount.
I think they are on Paramount. I'm not sure though.
Lets it absolutely rip. We would put a clip up, but we can't. 'cause
Right.
It's explicit.
So the fight's gonna be says it's gonna be free on CBS and Paramount Plus.
On the White House lawn.
Fighters walk out from the Oval Office. There's gonna be 85,000 fans at the Ellipse. I don't know what the Ellipse is, but
That's got to be a.
America.
put in the chat what the Ellipse is if you know.
That's the where it's at.
I don't know. It's at the Oval Office. They're walking out from the Oval Office, so it's on the White House green.
On the
grounds.
250 on the year of the 250th anniversary of America. Does it get any better than that?
Is it UFC 250?
I don't think so.
Is it actually?
I think it said it was.
It's USA 250?
It's UFC 250. It's called, like,
USA 250.
I think it's called something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it
is
is.
250.
Yeah, Freedom 250. That's what they're calling it.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah,
I don't put this on Dana White. Dana White is the best seller of fights of all time.
yeah. I kinda put it
Something
on.
happened on the back end with Paramount and probably with the fighters.
How do you not get Conor McGregor though? Doesn't he want to fight?
Dude, I don't even know if he can pass a drug test.
Chocho
well,
Milf.
there's that too. There's that too, and honestly, there's there's probably a lot of that going on with a lot of the fighters. Can't pass the drug test, which,
Come on, boys. Get off the coke.
I mean, if they're both on it, I say you put them together.
Let them fight.
Let them fight.
I agree.
It's the same thing with baseball. Like, if everybody's on steroids, make
Get
it
the
legal.
roids going. I mean,
It's more fun to watch.
Yeah, imagine freaking Aaron Judge on steroids. He's got to be on steroids.
You have to move the fences back if they started doing
That would be awesome. That would be so sweet.
So the UFC offered Topuria a choice between Islam and Gaethje.
And he chose Gaethje.
No, he chose Islam, but Islam backed out. He said he had an injury. So they were negotiating for up until about. So I think the card came out last Saturday, and they were talking until 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Islam is the guy from Russia or something, right?
Yeah.
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 Makhachev,
He never backs out of anything.
Yeah. So Dana White said Islam had a hand injury, and never officially booked him. Some people thought it was a done deal, but Dana White said we never officially booked him, and that neither Topuria nor Gaethje even knew they were fighting until Friday night.
What?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Can I add something? So
Yeah.
the most recent fight, UFC card, is a great card, but people don't like when they grapple. There's always so the guy who was on it this past time dominated, just totally took him to the ground and dominated.
The guy that
and they were
Oliveira, right?
Yeah, Charles Oliveira, and they were just raining down boos.
Really?
The viewers don't like that. So I feel like if you're Dana White, do you really want to put a guy like Islam Makhachev
That's
who
just gonna
grapples
be on your back
Russian-
for 45 minutes?
spider monkeys and grapples on your back and the whole crowd's booing? Or do you want Justin Gaethje that says, get here now and let me swing?
Yeah.
If I'm Dana White and I'm selling fights, I want
They want the
get here now,
Yes.
center of the octagon, and we're throwing haymakers.
Who did he beat? Oliveira beat Holloway, and he was just like on his back. Was that the
he
fight?
totally just took him down and just controlled the whole fight. No danger at all, really.
Yeah, because they can grapple.
That was
and
for the
just-
BMF belt.
And that's what this is for as well.
No, it's set on what. There's no BMF. I don't believe.
I thought it was BMF,
It's
but
just pure American pride.
pure American pride. Topuria on social media said, once again, Islam comes up with an excuse. This time it's an injury. Someone else will pay for Islam's escape. Justin Gaethje will be quick.
Topuria hasn't fought in a while, right?
Right.
He
But
had
then
some
Islam
business going on.
Islam comes back and says, we both know who chickened out here. You can cover your cowardice with nasty tweets, but don't worry. One day you will get what you asked for.
Isn't that funny? They try to sell fights. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't understand what he's trying to say there, but
They
trying to
always
send a
seem-
cryptic message here that Topuria chickened out of the fight, but
They
Topuria's
always
in the
say that.
fight.
Well,
So I don't know how that
he
works.
did have to take a hiatus because of the whole out of the octagon situation that he went through. So
I
maybe
see.
he's referring to that.
Yeah, his wife
see.
tried to take all his money, right?
Yeah.
I see.
Man, how does that work?
I see. No, but a lot of people are disappointed.
I think it'll still be a good card.
I think it's gonna be a good card. It's gonna be a solid card. I don't think it's gonna be the best card.
Not a bad card.
TBD.
But to be determined. Yeah, I mean, UFC is one of the most exciting sports out there, so we're excited to see what they do.
Is Patty Plimlett on the card?
No.
No. O'Malley. Who the
O'Malley.
heck is
Yeah.
O'Malley fighting? Is that Ruffy?
I don't know. You'd have to pull it back up. But I just hope that they make this thing the most
Ruffy, yeah,
USA,
whoever
like
or no.
flyovers.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just totally just
They
trick
have
this
a-
thing
They will.
out.
They
They
will.
still have
They
an
will.
Better.
opportunity here to make it really cool.
Even if the
You're gonna send a B2 bomber.
even if you don't like the card, just make this thing the most
that
American
nickel
thing ever.
guy, that
Bo
Nickel
Nickel.
guy, he's pretty good.
He's a Penn State wrestler, former
Yeah.
undefeated. Totally, he lost like his first fight recently, and just like was totally shaken up by it. So I
Really?
think this may
Really?
be one of his first times back
Who the
fighting.
heck is
Yeah,
Duckus? Yeah, some names I don't recognize, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah, well, that's a wrap on the talk shop section of our podcast. If you're locked in, hit the subscribe button, follow us on social media, check out the merch. We got this one here behind Cheeto. We've got that one on B. We got Cheeto's hat as well. And then we also got this hoodie here, Comfort Colors hoodie. It's all high quality stuff. So check it out on the store. Link is in the description. We're going to get into topic one. Has the transfer portal killed March Madness? I'm excited about this one.
Oh, I don't know. Merp, you go.
yeah. Murph, you start.
So the selection show is this Sunday, March 15th. The first games start on the 17th. The championship goes or it goes until the championship April 16th in Indianapolis. Has the transfer portal completely killed Cinderella stories? I think that's more the bigger question. For me, I would say that it really has. It has ruined the Cinderella story.
So you don't think any of these lower seeds are gonna win?
I don't think so. I don't think you're gonna see as many upsets. And I think that's really what makes it so fun.
Yeah.
March Madness is so fun, and making the bracket and making it, that's what makes it so hard to make the bracket. And that's why Warren Buffett's got the $1 million bracket, whoever gets it right, because it's so hard to get it right.
It's so unpredictable. Here's my take, and you guys might disagree with it. The more I think about it, when these guys go to different schools and they can transfer whenever they want, they've got money thrown at them from every which way. Like, a lot of people are transferring every year, right? These guys are flying all over. It's not that easy to just have a good team in 1 year. So I think
You got to have a good coach too.
you got to have a good coach. You got to have a
scheme.
good team, though. Good players does not always equal a good team. I actually think there will be some upsets this year, because some of these younger teams, or not as good teams in these lower conferences, have been playing together for longer times. So I think we'll have a few.
You think that there's more chemistry with those teams because they've been together for 3 years or whatever?
Yeah.
And
Does that make sense?
I think it makes sense. I don't think it's a reality. I mean,
think-
last year all 4 number 1 seeds reached the Final Four.
No, but there were still upsets though. Like, obviously them reaching the Final Four
real question is, like, do you think any of those upsets will actually go farther than, like, maybe the first or second round? Because that's kind of where you get the Cinderella, when they make the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight, not just if they win like one game against a random team.
I don't know, dude. I could see some of these teams that are randomly good every year, like the Aztecs. Like, I think they're kind of good this year.
San Diego State.
Yeah,
San Diego State is kind of good this year, and they're going to be, that's a projected like 8 or 9. And
North Dakota State's in it.
North Dakota State.
They beat the Timmies.
They did.
Yeah, they beat
I don't
them.
know if they're any good. I was seeing like Gonzaga's doesn't have a good record, but like they're a tournament team, you know. So I think you'll still see some of those games that are.
I don't know. So one thing I would say is you have an open transfer portal. So the minute one kid, you know, if you're on the 3 to 4 year building chemistry, the thing is that it's an open portal. So if a kid, you know, is starting to play really well,
then he's out.
Yeah, then one of these big SEC schools or Big Ten schools comes around and said, "Hey, you want $1 million?"
That makes it tough. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Good for the kids, though.
Good for the kids, but it makes it hard on the coaches for sure.
That's literally what happened at UNO.
I was just gonna say that.
Like, they had like 2 great, like they finally had a decent year.
Yep.
They had 2 great players.
Right.
One went to Michigan State, one went to LSU.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, as a lower program, that's got to be so frustrating to be like, these guys finally are good.
Yeah.
We finally got some decent talent, and then they're gone.
What you used to be able to do is just load those guys up for 5 or 6 years,
Yeah.
and just create the ultimate old guy kind of team,
Yep.
and just try to beat these newer Kentucky 1-year freshman teams
Yep.
that are inexperienced in college, and
just
also together.
jack up threes.
Yeah, and then have 2 guys go off in advance. Like,
Yep.
that's really what you can't really see much anymore, because as they get older and they see any light of day to be good, they're like, I'm just going to go to a bigger school, get paid.
Yeah. I think they need to make an adjustment with the open portal. You gotta at least stay for 2 or 3 years.
There's got to be some sort of restriction or something.
Because it's not. I mean,
I still think
I
there'll
think
still
it's
be
ruining
some.
it.
I think there'll be some upsets in the first round. You won't see, like you said, like who were the Ramblers? Like, there was like a 16 seed that made it to the VCU.
The Rams.
Who was the lady that was like 99 years old?
Loyola Chicago.
Loyola Chicago.
Yeah.
They made
Yeah.
it to like the Elite Eight or
Yeah.
something. It's
The
like,
good boys.
I don't think you'll see those as much. I don't know. Like, you could see like a St. Mary's or something going far. They're always good. How about that team that's undefeated? Are they going to make the tournament?
Who?
Ohio?
Miami of Ohio. Yeah, there's controversy around
They're
that. but
undefeated.
They've never lost a game, and they're like, they're on the board. Some
Yeah,
people are
they're
like, they're on the border.
They're
of
the
getting
last 4 in.
I think they're ranked in the top 25. They're
Yeah.
gonna be in. But
Yeah.
like, it's similar to the college football situation when they're like, well, they don't play anybody, so like, should they be in or not? But it's 64 teams. Like,
Yeah.
you should be in.
I saw that, like, they're barely beating like teams that I've never recognized though. Like I don't know what conference.
I mean, they don't always pick their schedule. Like that's their conference. It's
Yeah,
like you just
they
have to
can't do
play the
anything
people in
about
your
that.
conference.
There's only so much you can do.
So I have the opposite side of that spectrum. Florida won the national championship last year. The
Mhm.
guy that was on their team that carried their team was a transfer.
yeah.
So like
Yeah.
from a smaller school. So like in that sense, I guess on the other side of the spectrum, you get kids that maybe would never got opportunity to, and then they go play at these big schools for 1 year
Yeah.
to like make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
Right. So that brings us to the ultimate question. What's more fun to watch?
Upsets and madness.
Upsets and madness that go deep.
Yeah.
That go deep into not just the first round upset. Right?
Like
that's not what you're
FAU.
saying. Yeah.
Remember like FAU made it to the Final Four with San Diego State, I think.
Are you talking? Oh yeah, is that Florida Atlantic?
Yes.
Oh, I remember that. How about FGCU Lob
Florida
City?
Gulf Coast,
That
Sweet
was
16. But
That
yeah.
was sweet. That was 2016.
No, they only made it
Oh,
to
it
the
was
Sweet
Sweet
16,
16, I
but think
see.
about how much hype they made because of the way they played.
Yes.
That was
And
awesome.
I just don't think you're going to see it anymore. I think NIL's completely ruined it. But you guys would all say that you all prefer to see the upsets late in the tournament
Oh yeah, I want to see the teams I hate lose.
as opposed to complete dominance.
Yeah, I'd like to see
100%.
the upsets. I think we'll still get a mix of some upsets here and there. I feel like don't they always say like, oh, you won't see and then there's always just like these games that are like, how in the world
Yeah.
can that happen?
Well,
I mean, I know last year the one seeds all made it, but there's still some upsets.
you have to
Right.
understand these are all good basketball teams. Like they're just not high major. Like
Yeah.
like they got guys on their team that are freaking good at basketball. Not,
Yeah.
They don't in basketball is different than football. You only need one or two guys to go off to lose.
Yeah.
Football, you got to have the whole unit and subs.
Yeah.
Physically dominant. But basketball, you got a couple guys that go off from three.
Yeah.
Easy.
And on the flip side, if one of your good players has an off night,
That's true too.
you're looking at an easy upset.
Yep.
Like some of these teams that are going to be a lower seed, like 8 through 11 seeds, they play really good defense. And if you play a game of good defense and hit some shots and the other team's not on, I still think even with the transfer portal, there'll be some big upsets.
I think so too. But the question is, are they going to go as deep?
Yeah, I would like to. I would want to know for last year, were there any? Who were the ones from last year? Because there were still some big upsets that made it semi-deep. I'm trying to think. I get the years mixed up.
Yeah, we need to pull that up.
FAU, I know. Texas A&M or Mississippi State made it 1 year, and they weren't even good. I think Ole Miss was randomly good. They had a good coach and randomly made it kind of far. You just never know.
So, I mean, this was 2023. Purdue lost. I'm pulling up 2025. You remember when Purdue got beat by someone random 1 seed? Virginia lost, and then they came back the next year and won it all.
That was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, they lost to a 16 seed, right? Or
So some from 2025 March Madness upsets. You got number 12 McNeese State in the round of 62 defeats Clemson. You got Colorado State, number 12, defeats number 5 Memphis.
Yeah.
And then Arkansas beats St. John's, who was really hot, won the Big East tournament with Calipari, I believe.
Or St. John's is Patino.
Patino, but Calipari was new to Arkansas after he left Kentucky.
That's
so
right.
they were had a decent year, but then they bodied them.
And then you got number 11 Drake, shout out Hawks, their new coach, beat number 5 Missouri in basketball.
McCaffrey is at Drake.
No, the Drake coach went to Iowa, and so did Bennett Sturts, their best player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's from Drake?
Yeah.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that. No, I still think we'll see some of those.
I think so too, but I think it's going to narrow it down. I think it's kind of really making it more of like an NBA draft showcase, pretty much.
Yeah.
Once you get to the Elite Eight, it's kind of just like a NBA draft showcase.
Well, you
in
make
my
a good
opinion.
point, actually. I think it's there's still upsets, but it's more so showcasing the individual kids.
Right.
Right.
It's more of an individual show as opposed to,
Yeah. Like this guy has a good story. He came from there to there and there and there to there. And now he's here at the Elite Eight. But like the teams, yeah. Like it'll probably be they're all same teams in the Final Four. Like
Yeah.
it'll probably be Duke.
Duke's good.
Duke's good. Michigan.
Yeah.
Maybe Iowa. Maybe
I think if Duke
Don't
does
say that.
is
this
Iowa
might-
gonna make it?
Yeah.
It
They're
does-
projected in the field right now as a
no,
10 seed.
I just don't know. Yeah. I
So
don't know.
Nebraska, depending on how they do in the Big Ten tournament, could get a 2 seed. Right now they're projected 3, which is a really good spot, by the way.
Yeah, that seems like
really
too
good spot. 10 seed can't, not so much. If Iowa they were a 9, but they kept losing, so now they dropped to a 10. But right now, with the win against Maryland today, they're probably in.
Okay, so they had to do decent in the Big Ten tournament.
No.
To
Theoretically, no, but it helped their case that they won.
okay,
I've got a question.
Yeah.
If Duke doesn't win, do you think that coach is on the hot seat?
no.
You don't think?
He was under Coach K, and no.
No.
Coach K only won a few. Like
It's hard to win in
it's hard
college
to
basketball,
win
March Madness.
those.
Think about how
Right,
much has
but-
Bill Self been there? How long has he won?
when was
Like
the
2.
He's won like a few.
Let's check.
Dude, he's like 78 years old, isn't he? Isn't he on his?
They got a really good player on Kansas.
Oh
That
yeah.
Peterson guy.
Is that the guy that doesn't want to play?
Yeah, he plays like once every 5 games, and he's just a.
Oh
bucket.
yeah, that's kind of a controversial thing.
He doesn't want to play?
There's this guy for Kansas who's really good, but he knows he's going to go in the draft, and people are saying he's intentionally sitting out. There's literally a video of him buttering a 3, and he goes, "Hey, give me out, give me out." I don't know.
What's his name?
It's like-
Something Peterson.
I thought it was Dawkins or something.
No, here I can.
Peterson
Well,
Dawkins.
let's-
What?
So-
Dawkins Peterson.
So, how long has Bill Self been there?
I don't know.
52.
How many
years.
natties has he won?
Like 3 or 4.
2.
That's insane.
And one of them was recent. So he's
Yeah.
a legendary coach, and his team's always ranked top 10, top 15. He's won 2 natty.
2.
How many has Tom Izzo won?
Like 2.
the
maybe
legendary-
3. Maybe
Let's look.
Maybe 1. He won it recently, didn't he? With or semi recently, like 5 or 6 years ago.
Tom Izzo, 1 national championship.
Are you serious? What year was that? Was it like 2020 or something? They won it with like Cassius Winston and stuff.
Let me check. It doesn't say 4. So Final Four appearances. They have 8 Final Fours,
Yeah.
but only 1 natty in 2000.
So
Wow.
really quick. Coach K,
he
has
has like
5.
4. Yeah.
See, that's
different.
That's a lot.
It's different. There's levels. At
But-
Duke, there's an expectation.
Who else has that many?
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Maybe
Find
Bobby
out.
Knight.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. There's a higher expectation at Duke.
No, yeah. I mean, it's a basketball school. That's
It's a basketball school, so that's what I'm saying. Is he on the hot seat?
That's
Oh, they're pretty good.
How long has he been a coach here? 2 years.
Like
and-
2 or 3. Yeah.
And Coach K,
Hey, I think they should have fired Coach K as soon as they didn't win with Zion Williamson and RJ Barrett. How's that happen?
Yeah,
Jeez.
I mean that's a good point too.
His shoe broke.
It did break. That was a crazy moment in time because it's like Nike came out with a statement saying like that was a big deal
When he
because it was a
broke his
big
shoe?
because it was a big play.
I
Barack
think
Obama sitting courtside.
his shoe broke. That period of time for college basketball was like maybe the best. Like I just remember we were younger and like Zion Williamson and all those guys like 5 years ago or whatever. That time of college basketball was insane. I feel like we don't see as many crazy athletes like that. That was
Definitely not. Definitely
was
not because
insane.
you had Zion, you had Mac McClung. You remember Mac McClung went to Texas Tech, really good athlete, blew up on social
forgot
media.
about him.
Yeah.
Where'd that come
He-
from? Merv?
He's a really good athlete. He
He
was
is
he was
good.
one of the dunkers.
Yeah. Dunk contest winner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, no, you don't see that as much anymore. But back to the original, I think the NIL has clearly, and I think we all kind of agree, it
Yeah,
completely ruined March Madness. So I really hope that they make some refinements to the rules with the NIL.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not strictly a basketball thing. That's just all college sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the same thing with football. Like there just has to be some limitations so that they can't just dip their toe anywhere they want
Yeah.
and just go make millions and then go to somewhere else and then say, "How much are you gonna pay me?" All right, never mind.
I think the people benefiting the most out of this are the agents.
Yes, 100%. Because I heard a rule, and I don't know if this is true, this is allegedly, but I heard a rule that agents, these players don't even have to be signed with an agent. That somebody can just go to a coach and say, hey, he'll take 10 million to come here. And then go to the player and be like, hey, will you take 8 million to go here?
Yeah.
So like they need to figure out more rules.
It's like gambling almost now. It's
Pretty
like,
much.
well, this guy's gonna give me 9. You gonna give me 10? It's just like
It's BS. But
Yeah.
moving on. Thank you guys for that conversation. If you disagree with us, let us know in the chat. If you think that the NCAA tournament got better with NIL, I'd love to hear that reasoning, but put that in the chat as well. We're gonna move on to our Bible study, Matthew chapters 4 through 6. We probably won't get all the way through. We'll probably just cover chapter 4. But just to give you guys a brief recap of chapter 3 where we left off, because really chapter 3 kind of sets up everything that we're getting ready to go into. So John the Baptist is in the wilderness. He says, repent, and the kingdom of God is near. John the Baptist is drawing massive crowds and calling out religious leaders. You brood of vipers. You guys remember that?
Our Father who art in heaven.
John the Baptist, his message, fruit matters, not bloodline. What you produce matters more than what you come from. Someone greater is coming. So his message is that Jesus is coming, who will baptize in the Holy Spirit and fire, not just water. Jesus shows up. John tries to stop him from. So Jesus shows up and requests to be baptized by John. John tries to stop him and say, I need to be baptized by you. And Jesus doesn't let it happen so that it fulfills his righteousness. And then Jesus gets baptized, and the Spirit descends like a dove, and God speaks, "This is my Son, whom I love, and with him I'm well pleased." Sorry. And then on to chapter 4. We'll just get right into it. How do you guys want to do this? You want me to like read a little bit, or how do you want?
I think if we can just like not skim through it, but like just kind of like brush through it and get the main topic. So it looks like Jesus is led into the wilderness, right?
Yep. So Jesus is led into the wilderness, and
This was like the period of time where he was like super tempted, right? That's what it keeps talking about.
Yes.
yeah. So this is right after.
So even Jesus had temptation, but he didn't.
Well, that's the whole point of he's also man and God, right?
Yeah.
He's experiencing what we are on earth. However, he's fully divine and was able to, however he was, resist it.
Right.
Mhm.
While he's fasted for 40 days, which is crazy.
Right. Fasting for 40 days, not eating or drinking anything for 40 days. So
Dang. Shout out Jesus. That would be tough.
That's like almost like to the brink of death.
yeah.
He didn't have water either? He had to
No.
have water.
It doesn't specifically say.
I guess Jesus doesn't need water, you know.
He is.
He's water. He's been washed in the water. Then the devil took him to the holy city and had him stand on the highest point of the temple. If you are the Son of God, he said, throw yourself down.
Hold on. So right away in here, I wanted to point out Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness. I thought an interesting question here was, who is the Spirit that's leading Jesus into the wilderness? Because typically when it says the Spirit, it's talking about God, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an answer on that. It's just a genuine question. I thought that was weird the way that it was worded. I didn't understand it. So if it's God who led Jesus into the wilderness to be tempted, I thought that was very interesting.
Oh, it is God. Here, I can quote this real quick. A person has not shown true obedience if he or she has not had an opportunity to disobey. We read in Deuteronomy that God led Israel into the wilderness to humble and test his people.
Okay, so the Spirit is God.
Yes, it says God
Are
wanted
you
to see
seeing that
whether
as well?
Yeah. Well, I have NLT, but it
Oh, okay.
doesn't specifically say. It just
What
says,
does yours say?
NLT just says then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness.
Okay, so it says the Spirit.
Yeah.
So that's why I was wondering, is the Spirit God?
That's a good question. But
this says yes.
When I hear that, my reaction is he's doing this ultimately to put Jesus through trial, ultimately to glorify God by what he ends up doing.
Okay.
That's my reaction to that.
Yep. I agree.
So this is kind of maybe a little bit of a tangent, but so, some people ask, like, why does God allow bad things to happen to people? So you think that's kind of a situation you kind of see a little bit of parallel there?
I think that's like one of the main questions that people ask if they aren't familiar with God or they're non-believers. One of the most popular things and common things I hear is, well, if God is all loving, then why would he let bad things happen?
In all good.
Yeah.
In all good.
Yeah.
Then why would he let all things happen? And this is in other texts. We don't have to go through it, but he's also all just and all righteous.
Right.
And all of he's everything at one time because
Right.
he's the almighty being.
Right.
So I think that's probably why. But yeah, people ask that question. And I think, again, it comes down to he's putting you in a circumstance ultimately to benefit you. But then at the end of the day, it comes out to glorify him because that's what it's about.
Yeah, I
Like
see.
he receives all the glory because he is God.
I see. So I think we kind of talked about this with Drew and then one more time before, but it's kind of like that discipline thing where you kind of have to go through a hard time
Yeah.
and come through the other side of it
Yeah.
to become a better person.
I think people's argument takes that a step further, and it's like when people like have terrible things happen to them that did not deserve it, how can that be justified?
Yeah.
And I mean, we could debate on it all day long. I think God is so much higher than his knowledge is far exceeds ours, and like some of the stuff that happens in the world, we like it's terrible and we can't explain it. It's just beyond us. Like God's understanding and ability is just so far above us that like it's unfortunate, but it's like if there wasn't free will or if there wasn't the opportunity for those things to happen and the world was just perfect, then what would be the point of God? Right?
Right.
That's the argument.
That's kind of a side tangent, but to me, I kind of see a little bit of a parallel to that question because literally God leads his son, Jesus, to be tempted and to experience a hardship.
Can I add one more thing,
Sure.
just mindset wise?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think about this if things ever are bad that happen to you, kind of think about it this way: if it's not good, then he's probably not done. So if
Right.
if
That's
the
a
thing,
song, isn't it?
it's in a song, but it's probably in scripture. Like if you're in a trial and in a season of a low point, then that's probably not the only thing that's gonna be done in that scenario. Like there's gonna be good that comes out of it. You're going to then hit a high point. That's the whole purpose of why you're there.
Well, that's a good perspective as well.
Yeah, I said it before and I'll say it again. He gonna test you before he bless you. Come on.
Come on, somebody.
Another thing I wanted to point out before we got too far into it is that the devil didn't show up until after 40 days of fasting.
Jeez. You know why?
Because he's at his lowest point.
Try to get him while he was down.
He was hungry. The tempter came to him and said, if you're the son of God, tell these stones to become bread. So he came to him at his lowest point when he'd been fasting for 40 days and said, you want some food? So I think that's something to be mindful of is, the devil's going to come get you when you're at your lowest point. And he's going to tempt you.
Or when you're at your highest.
Yeah.
And when you're at your highest, as far as
it's like,
are you saying, what are you saying? Explain your point.
My subscript says it, and that's so true. It's like you ever have something really good happen, it's like, whatever it is, but you have to keep that level headed. You can't, I mean, Dad always says this, you can't get too high and you can't get too low because stuff like that can always happen. And it's like, just when you think you've made it.
Yeah. Can I add on to that?
Yes.
Key part of this message is temptation often attacks physical needs, maybe a low point, pride, also power. Like you said, if you're on a high, you can think, oh my gosh, I'm the greatest person to ever live on this planet. I'm literally doing so good. Like that also is a place where temptation can kind of sink in, just like you talked about.
I don't know why, but like I feel like recently, like in the last few months, like if something good happens, like if something exciting or fun happens or cool, work, job, life, whatever, it's like I'm almost like something bad is gonna happen. Like something, don't get too excited.
Don't get too excited.
Something stupid, bad is gonna happen. I don't know if that's the right way to think, but sometimes I'm just like,
is there a trend? Like, do you find that to be the
case?
case?
Do you find it to
or
be
are you
true,
just like thinking about it?
I think subconsciously I'm like, I don't want to get too high and hyped up about something or prideful because like just like that, like you both know it's like something good happened and it's like just like that you can come back to ground zero and just be don't get too high and don't get too low.
I just think that's a good like life thing. Like just stay as even keel as possible because you don't want to come off as like whatever,
prideful
or
arrogant,
stuck up or
and it's not to say you shouldn't like enjoy like things that happen in your life that are good, but it's just like keep a level head and keep pursuing God.
I think another good mindset is like, how did you get there? Did you do it?
Right
or maybe God put you in a situation of why you got there, so maybe it's not all about you. It's like praise in that moment of high and low.
That's good.
Both of them.
Yep, that's good.
So I thought this was really good. I was listening to somebody And I think it's important to point out that it's not a sin. It's not a sin to be tempted.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not a sin to be tempted. It's not a sin to, have a desire to do something.
Or the
Like,
thought.
I think I can speak openly here. Like pornography is just like so out in the open nowadays. Like it's just on social media all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, we're men, like it's no secret. Like when it shows up on our feed just randomly, you're just kind of like, oh, and there's that little opportunity there for you to dig into it.
Yeah.
And for you, I think it's just important to realize that it's not a sin to be tempted. Like you're not a bad person for wanting to do something bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's the act of the sin that is actually the sin.
That's good. Does it say that in your subscript? I think it says that in mine.
Okay.
Says,
No, it doesn't. But I think along those same lines, it's so important to not put yourself in those situations. So you have to realize, I mean, everybody is like, know what your weaknesses are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's so important to know what your weaknesses are and not put yourself in those situations to where you are going to be tempted.
That's
I mean,
good.
2 Timothy specifically says that. Flee from temptation.
Mm-hmm.
And don't put yourself anywhere near it.
Not to say that stuff doesn't happen. Temptation, whether it's, I mean, people have vices, whatever it is, but not to say that those don't come up. To your point,
right? But the point is to not put yourself in a situation to be tempted.
Mm-hmm.
It's inevitable that you're going to struggle on the earth, right?
Right.
That's promised by God. Here's 1 Corinthians 10:13 in the NIV translation. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear.
Yeah.
That's good.
So like he already knows what you're going to ask before and after you ask it. So it's like he already knows what you're going to be tempted with, but he's not going to put something that you can't resist.
Right.
Because he knows you. So it's like, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
Like he knows what you're going to do before you do it. He's like the supreme, like he knew that we were going to film this podcast and talk about this.
Literally. Isn't that wild?
He did, yeah.
We knew what we were going to talk about, but we didn't know exactly what we were going to talk about, but he did.
Right.
Yeah.
He knew what was going to come up.
It's mind-boggling.
But I think the important thing is it's not a sin to be tempted, but the Bible does say also to flee from temptation. Don't put yourselves in those situations.
It's good.
So, yes, absolutely. God's not going to give you anything more than you can handle. But in the same breath, if you know what you can't handle, don't put yourself in a situation. I think that's very important.
That's good.
And then keep going here. In Matthew,
I think Jesus is talking to the devil, isn't he?
Yeah, he continues to talk and be tempted. So
it says, "Do not put the Lord your God to the test." That's what I got in verse 7.
So the first temptation is hungry. The devil says to turn these stones into bread. And then he took him to the holy city, had him stand on the highest point of the temple and said, if you're the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it's written. So the devil tries to use scripture
power
to get Jesus to do something. So the devil says, for it's written, he will command his angels concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands so that you'll not strike your foot against a stone. And then Jesus answered, it's also written, don't put your Lord your God to the test. And then the devil took him to another high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world of splendor and said, all this I will give to you, he said, if you bow and worship me. So just from those temptation points, I think it's really important to know scripture, because if you notice, Jesus just quotes scripture. And I think it's even more important to actually understand the meaning of it, because there are people who try to contort scripture, as the devil does here.
Great point.
Yeah.
Because the devil uses scripture. The devil knows the Bible. He knows the words.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to twist them.
Satan is a fallen angel.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
So I think it's important, for us believers to continue to press into the word, understand the word.
Yeah.
Go slowly through the Bible.
I like that we're slowing this down a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that. I was reading all of them today,
Yeah,
and I was like,
it's a lot.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
But so it's like,
Matthew 5, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. So I think when you break it down, that's where I get the most understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And when I read this subscript, for anybody that doesn't have like a Bible that has the subscript, it kind of like sometimes it can be confusing to read scripture.
If you want a Bible, leave a comment or DM us or find us somewhere. If you want a Bible, the Bible that we use, just reach out to us somehow. Links are in the description. I mean, figure out a way to reach out to us. We'll send you one.
Is yours a life application?
It's something like that. Yeah.
Mine says life application. I don't know if that means it has a subscript, but basically it breaks it down, like it's interpreting it so that you can understand. Like we're talking about Jesus being tempted by Satan, and this subscript literally says Satan is a fallen angelic being. He is real, not symbolic, and is constantly fighting against those who follow and obey God. I think that's crazy. It's like openly saying like this isn't like some symbolic like figure.
Yeah, it's not a mythical. He's not a mythical creature.
Yeah, it's not like he's the idea of bad. Like he's a real thing.
Right.
Like it's real. It's crazy. I think this is called a life. Does yours say life on the side?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yep. I think you gave me this Bible, Mert.
I think I probably did. You guys got anything more? You want to move on to chapter 5, or you want to table this? You want to table chapter 5?
We're not done with chapter 4, are we? I'm on verse 7.
It kind of goes.
It says Jesus begins his ministry in Galilee.
Yep, he begins his
Let's finish that
ministry in Galilee. So through this,
it says when Jesus heard that John had been put in prison, he withdrew to Galilee. Leaving Nazareth, he went and lived in Capernaum, which is by the lake in the area of Zebulun and Naphtali, to fulfill what was said through the prophet Isaiah. This is verse 12.
Yeah, so it sounds like Jesus specifically moved to Capernaum because there was intense opposition in Nazareth.
It says to have an impact on a greater number of people is why he went to Capernaum.
Really?
Because it says Capernaum was a busy city. It's like, see, like this is why the subscript is good.
So it has a couple reasons: to get away from opposition, to be in an area
with more people
where he would call most of his 12 disciples.
Yep.
And to have an impact on a greater number of people.
And to utilize extra resources and support for his ministry. Jesus' move fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah 9. Right. That's crazy.
Right. So there's more than 2 reasons why.
But it's crazy that like that's a prophecy in the New Testament that's being fulfilled. Like it's just like prophecy after prophecy is fulfilled.
Old Testament.
Old Testament.
So he goes to Capernaum and he teaches there and starts his ministry. And then he
I was going to add, that's where he does his first message about repenting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Important stuff, you know.
What's that?
Is this where he preaches? It says preaches to the 4 fishermen.
Yeah,
the 4 fishermen follow Jesus.
Yeah,
that's the last thing.
That's 4. I think it's about 4:18 through 22, where he calls his first disciples.
Is that what you were just talking about? Sorry.
No, this would have been.
Yeah, no, this is 7. So I'll just read this. He fulfilled what was said in the prophet Isaiah. So he fulfilled the prophet Isaiah, and then from that time on, Jesus began to preach, "Repent, for the kingdom of heaven has come near." And that's the first.
It's like his first message, you know, going out and preaching to the people.
Yep. And then after that, Jesus walks beside the Sea of Galilee, and he sees 2 brothers, Simon and Peter, and his brother Andrew, who were fishing. And he literally just says, "Hey, come follow me." And Jesus said, "I'm going to send you out to fish for people."
Can we talk about that?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Who in their right mind would go, you know what, dude?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hey, right
what's
here.
that meme? He's like, yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so. I know. Let me shake his hand.
I want
I know that
shake
guy.
his hand.
Shake his hand. But
That's crazy.
Let's just say you guys are roofers, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you're on the roof and somebody walks by and they turn and they go, "Hey, you, follow me.
Get down here.
Get down from your roof, drop your ladder, and follow me."
It takes faith.
Like, Well,
Takes a lot of
it's just
faith.
like-
So for context, it says that they all knew Jesus.
Yeah.
They all
But
knew
still,
him. Yeah,
he's famous, like getting famous or about
Right.
preaching and stuff. Yeah.
right. But there's some time between these from when he's speaking of repentance here in verse 17. There's some time that goes by in verse 18.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be just like a random guy in the street. It would be
It's not a
like
random guy.
basically like a pastor came by
So
him.
like, would the point of this be to like, I mean, I've talked about this with some of my friends. Like, some of them were believers, some of them I don't know if they're believers, but it's like we should be actively trying to, I don't want to say recruit, but like kind of like shed light on like God, right? Like that's what
course.
this is, right? Like you should try to be getting people to come with you. And
Yes.
it's not always so direct as like you need to be following, you need to believe in Jesus.
Right.
But,
But you start by your example.
yeah.
And then by the different way that you act and leave an impression on people,
Hopefully draws.
draws them to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's what Jesus is setting the example of, right?
Right.
Which is good. That's verse 18, I think, or
Yeah. In
16.
in chapter 5, it kind of goes into, how we're supposed to be as believers with the Beatitudes.
Mhm.
And we don't have to go into that, but we can. But yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Are we coming to the end of 4? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one is this is 5. Jesus gives a Sermon on the Mount.
Yes.
We'll save that for next time.
Beatitudes.
That's like legendary,
pretty long,
right?
so we can say that.
That's
for
pretty
next
long
time.
and that's pretty deep. I have
Yeah.
good notes on that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited to go through that. So I want to make sure we go into depth with that, and we're already an hour and 11 in.
So how does 4 end? With him just getting ready to start that? It says Jesus developed a powerful preaching ministry and often spoke in the synagogues. Most towns have 10 or more Jewish families. The building served as a religious gathering.
Yeah, Cooper. So that's a good point. That's the building block.
Mm.
That's the building block here. So your question is what are we supposed to do as disciples? And that's to be fishermen of fish for people.
Yeah.
Essentially. What does he say?
Fisher. He says,
Bring fishers of men.
"Yeah, you will fish for like fish, but something about fishing with the Spirit."
I will.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jesus
Fill
says,
people with the
"I'll make you
Spirit."
fishers of men." That's what
Yeah.
Doesn't he say that?
Yes,
That's what I
fishers
thought.
of men.
Okay. See, I know my
I was trying
scripture.
to figure out how he says it, but it's Jesus says, "I'll
you
make
shall
you
make
fishers of men."
fishers of men.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that how they came up with the word fisherman?
No, they're
Somebody
men who
asked.
fish. That's fishermen.
Yeah.
What
But,
about
like-
fishers of men?
But that's the thing. Like that's the stepping stone. So the first thing is what are we supposed to do? Be fishers of men.
Yeah.
How do we do it? That's chapter 5.
You'll
The
have to
Beatitudes.
you'll have to figure out next week.
Yeah.
Tune in next time.
So I think that's actually really good that you brought that up because
Mm.
it's one thing to read the things on the page, but you actually bring up a good point. With conversation with your friends, like what are we supposed to do? What is the purpose of being a Christian?
Yeah. I don't like when it's like, I'm not trying to recruit you like to a cult or something.
Yeah,
It's not I hate that. I'm not trying to throw my line out and get you hooked in to
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
It's more of like you just try to live your life the right way and hope that people see the light that you try to reflect of God, right?
Yeah, I don't think our job is to recruit them. I think that's God's job. I think
Yeah.
our job is to be in their sphere of influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like their friend that their mom, they would never listen to their mom and dad who are Christians, but they might listen to their friend
Yeah.
or something like that, where you can kind of just get your foot in the door, show them what it's like, and basically share your testimony. And
Yeah.
like,
Be an image bearer.
yeah,
Yeah.
and be like, well,
That's good.
it's like I don't know about you. Maybe you've gone through the same thing I have. God has really changed my life like this. And
Yeah.
then they go, maybe I should look into that. Like it's just like kind of
Yeah.
kicking the door open.
Yeah.
I don't tell me if you guys agree. I don't think a lot of people that I've engaged with don't respond well to you not pinning them in a corner, but pinning them in a corner and saying like, dude, you need to do this.
Well, people have commitment issues.
Yeah, they don't like that.
And I totally get it. Like, why would you?
I
Like,
agree.
Like, why would I? Because Jesus is speaking. He's saying repent, and to repent means to look at all the things that you've done. Look, like actually think about the things that you've done that is sinful, and say, Jesus, I give that to you. And it's like, why would I even like want to feel that conviction? Why would I want to bring up my past?
Yeah.
But when you think about like when somebody goes to like a counselor or something like that, like that's what you do. You talk about your issues.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like
Wait, so are you saying counselors are overrated? I think I might agree.
I think counselors are overpaid for sure. I mean,
Overpaid?
they just bill insurance. It's a scam.
So you think people go to see a counselor instead of talking to God?
Yes,
Yeah.
Well,
I think they
that's-
should be talking to
You're
Jesus.
talking to another person that has a bunch of
Right.
problems.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, we're all just people, so we're all just
Right.
gonna fail anyway. So it's like you're
That's a
talking to
good
another
point.
failure. It's
Right.
Like you're
well,
talking to a guy about your bad marriage when
yeah,
he's
it's like
probably an
it's like,
alcoholic.
yeah, exactly, exactly. It's just a different problem. They
Yeah.
just have a different problem.
Hey,
It's unfortunate, but
I don't think it's all bad to go see a counselor. Everybody's just trying to help each other, but there's one counselor of the world.
Right. I mean, if
Jesus Christ.
if it's a spiritual counselor, you know, or like another couple that you agree with,
Yeah. Yeah.
who's actively, you know, working on themselves, who can be like, you know, I'm working on this
Yeah.
because of this, and this, and it happens to, you know, help you, then that makes sense to me. But
yeah,
That's good.
I think it's good to go to somebody who kind of says they don't have it all figured out because again, they're gonna like
Yeah.
that's the reality though. If
Yeah.
you say that you are perfect and you know everything, I feel like you might be hiding something. Or
might be
Yeah.
hiding something. You're hiding something. like-
Exactly.
Or
So
if
it's
like you act like you think you know, like I feel like we're all so different and they're like people are different. And so to say you have something figured out, it's almost never a guarantee.
yeah,
Like there's no one way to have a good marriage. There's no one way to be a good person.
that's true.
The only common denominator is really right.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I think that's good conversation.
I like that we
Um,
dug a little bit deeper into like the actual.
Yeah, so next time we'll go into 5. We'll just do Matthew chapter 5, and I'm really excited about that because it talks about the Beatitudes. So today we talked about the what do we do, and then next week, chapter 5, Sermon on the Mount, we'll talk about how do we do it. What does it look like with the Beatitudes? So
A lot of red scripture next week.
it's great.
You know what that means, guys? Jesus Christ.
Well, I genuinely enjoyed that.
That's good. Good combo.
Yeah, and then we'll pick up chapter, like I said, we'll pick up chapter 5 next episode. That is going to be a wrap on the Just Because podcast. Please make sure to like, subscribe, follow on socials, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Just because.
Peace.
Peace.
Shout out Casey's Pizza.